Good morning, everybody. Let's just check here, make sure we got the sounds and all that jazz. We do indeed. We do indeed. Alrighty now. This is my first stream here that isn't in the day, I would say. There's a small chance it's not true. I'm forgetting one that was different time. This is not just from right now, by the way. This was bought many hours earlier into the day of Monday, although it is now the morning of Friday, or what the hell, Tuesday. And if you can hear that in the background, that's Mr. Alan Watts doing his thing. And yeah, I just have him running slightly in the background as to not wake certain other people that might be sleeping here at the moment. They're sleeping, but they're a hard sleeper, and yeah, just having some nice Alan Watts in the background to muddy the sound a bit so that I'm not waking up anybody here. But I just could not sleep, so here I am. I'm actually a pretty hard sleeper too. In fact, when I do get to sleep, it's God, what a journey it is to have to just get up. Like, I mean, physically, and like literally speaking, it's like a transition that is anyway. But me getting to sleep, that's also a transition that is hard. Whereas I don't know, sometimes it just takes me forever to get to sleep. And so yeah, I had a pretty crazy day yesterday and today really. So I had to take my cat to 3 different vets. And yeah. He's alright. He had some surgery today, but he's doing okay, and he's overnight somewhere right now. But yeah, I just decided I needed to play some tunes in the night softly on the piano so no one could hear me, but then I thought, well, why not stream too and get some things off my mind that I meant to and wanted to today on Monday, but I couldn't because I was preoccupied. I just might as well take opportunity since my body does not want to sleep at the moment. And it's also be an interesting test because, you know, I have done a stream where I've literally said nothing for 2.5 hours or an hour and a half and then talked in the last hour. But I've done a stream where I've said nothing, and then I've had streams where I've said, you know, I'm screaming pretty much, you know, ranting at the man in the world. But this now will be a unique test of where I have to just maintain the constant medium level, and so this will kind of be a little ASMR type stream. Not because I'm not because I'm particularly into ASMR. In fact, I have misophonia, which is the ASMR I cannot stand, like chewing noises and stuff. Which is ironic because I also think I have like the worst chewing noises. So, whoop-de-fucking do. But there are some people I've met them who are totally into it. In fact, the sounds and everything are just the most soothing possible thing. But now I gotta put these back on because I want to play something. taking a little break just to hold a second. Oh, don't lose your sheesh. Whatever that word means. One sec. Don't worry, you got this to look forward to, which I also got hours ago, not like now.
A law of nature is exactly the same kind of thing as a ruler, or a hammer, or a saw. It is a way of thinking which enables us to control our environment. By observing regularity, and then by making accountants, which is a process really of betting. Will it be regular next time? And the odds are that it may be. If it's done it once this way, it's likely to do it again that way. So in this way, you predict eclipses of the sun. You predict the phases of the moon. You measure it. You count it. How it went, how often it did it like this, how often it did it like that. And you say, well, it keeps on doing it. You think, well, it's fascinating. It seems to obey me because now I can tell you any time it's going to come up. And if the other people around haven't figured it out, they think I'm magic because I'm going to say to them, the moon is going to change at such and such a time, so many days from now it's going to have a different shape. I say, my God, you were right.
Yeah. Let's get back to it real quick. Just had to make sure that there wasn't a message going there that was emergent, possibly feline related. See, me having Alan Watts in the background maybe isn't the best idea, because it makes me think, wait, is someone saying something to me? Like, because I'm afraid I'm waking someone up, and I'm like, oh shit, am I? But it's just Alan Watts talking lightly in the background about the great happening, of course. Great happening right in front of us. And see, that's the thing. Let me finish this song real quick, and then I'll get to the talk, I suppose. That wasn't the right bass note. The penultimate one to the E change. That's the correct one. drag there because, you know, I had to. I don't even know how long I've been streaming for. I have no idea. I'm just gonna end this sadly, and like it was going anywhere resolute. I actually totally didn't mean to do that, even though that sounded cool. Nope. Damn it, I just ruined that. And I said I was gonna do it, but I actually didn't want to. No, it's like this. Let's do the bridge one more time then, do how about that? Let's just fix everything. The name of that is Circadian Rhythm. A little preview of the title track. So whenever that comes out in the future, when it will. But yeah, we've got some crazy little rhythms and patterns going on with ourselves, don't we? How long have we been doing this now? Okay, 27 minutes. Oh God. I just got a bot in Twitch. I just got a bot in Twitch asking me to buy followers. I know that's a real thing, sadly. But I ain't doing that. It's a good business idea. Sell followers to people. Oh God, I kind of want to just buy followers out there. Even if I did, it won't really feel good, would it? I'm sorry. I don't really know though. Oh wow, is that quiet I'm talking? I'm not talking that loud at all, am I? But do I change when I take my earphones off? Am I talking quieter? Am I talking louder? It helps with the earphones because I can hear all that in my mouth. Maybe I gotta look more at this thing I know than this thing over here. I do gotta get better at that. I'll put this up after, okay? Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it then. No, for real, don't. Try and take this off. Maybe I'll make a stop right here. That's worse, cause. No, maybe not. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Damn it. That's why I don't eat on stream, because you get shit stuck in your teeth. And then you have the predicament of, wow, do I pick it out with my teeth right now on the live camera? Or do I... or do you just... What was I saying? Fuck, really? What was I saying? Oh, no, I'm just have to burp. Oh, I'm okay. Okay. What was I saying? Listen, wait, for real, I tell me. I'll remember. Was I even saying anything? What was I fucking saying as I swallowed that? Oh yeah, oh, the whole point I did that was to switch out the food. Right, I was gonna say, or we're trying to switch the food, but wow. Okay. So, oh god, I gotta blow my nose. I don't really do this a lot. It's more about the this than it is the home for me. It's like just, but okay, I'm not gonna choke this time. I fucking hope. This one has been getting a little, it's just, that stuff's just been happening a little more frequent than usual. I feel like I could have more fun with the, God, that's a fucked up statement to say. It could be taken in the wrong context, but I feel like I used to be able to have more fun with things in my mouth. But, like, I mean it literally. Like, I don't know. Like that right there, I was just trying to... But I find now, like, the back of my throat just is like, I don't know. Shit falls in there easier than it used to, and I don't have as much, like, subtle control as I know that I fucking used to. But, anyway. I digress. I digest. Okay. Let's get into the news, shall we? I originally was gonna have this stream, which was gonna be excusez-moi. Entschuldigung. I mean, no, I think that's bless you. Never mind. What is it? No, bless you is Gesundheit. Entschuldigung is excuse. I was right. I'm right. I was anyway. I was originally gonna title it when I was planning on doing it earlier yesterday, I was going to title it something to do with Brazil, because that's a big thing to talk about right now is the Brazilian election going on, and that's happening this month. And oh boy, I mean, there's a lot of elections going on right now, and there's more to talk about than just Brazil. But Brazil is like maybe the most, like, of all the countries right now, it's the thing that a lot of people fucking have their eyes on. And then France has an election next spring, but I think was it a different country? I think it was France, bro. I really do. Correct me though if I'm wrong. But Brazil, okay, before I get to Brazil, what I ended up titling this video is, of course, what you see. And that's nuclear pains, yeah. Like growing pains, but they're nuclear. Get it? Did I just blow snot? Did you just see that happen? Oh, God. There we go. You saw me wipe the nose on screen. I had to just do it once. With the old fingy. Fuck. Come on. There we go. I gotta get the burps out like a symphony, you know? Like, imagine you're playing a fucking brass instrument. But instead of doing the fucking... Never mind. See, sometimes you just go for a metaphor and hope it can work, and that's the most miraculous thing when it ends up working. But sometimes you just gotta abandon ship right into it because you realize, oh, never mind, it's not gonna... Damn it, that one doesn't work quite as well. Just like a few days ago, I was, well, as if not every day I'm thinking about it, but a few days ago, I was reading up some more stuff on, Russia and Ukraine and Putin and all that. And Zelensky and, wish we could know all the names of the fucking soldiers on both sides, but we just all go, oh, it's Putin, and it's that guy. That's always different. So much going on, man. It's so interesting and complicated. Interesting isn't even really, I feel, well, I mean, it is. It is interesting. But it's interesting because it's fucked up that it's happening right now. That's what makes it interesting. That's the fucked up part. But it's crazy what's going on right now, and the details, most people don't want to bother themselves with all of them because of what's the point. And I definitely haven't bothered myself with all of them, and I haven't drowned myself in all of there's so much, every day there's fucking updates on it. But, in the last while, Ukraine pushed back and had a crazy thing in the last month, or maybe last 2 months. Shit, time, man. But now Russia has pretty much annexed a fifth of Ukraine, or has had these fake elections, and Putin's rhetoric is continually more and more just nuclear threat, pretty much, and everyone's responding verbally and rhetorically and responding to it, and what is like everyone's fucking freaking out, man. And so a few days ago, I was already thinking, like, God, this is it. Basically, everyone's just counting down almost till either something unexpected and amazing happens, and Putin's drive on that front and his regime is toppled because his fucking worries right now in his country. He's got there's so much disruption and uprising everywhere right now. God, in Iran right now, it's been fucking marches and protests and uprisings for days on end. And then what? I already forgot. Look, see, I can't remember even my last sentences, so do forgive me for all these names, but I can't even remember the name of the country. I'll think of it maybe in a minute, the specific one. But what was the country literally, like, not that many streams ago, I was talking about, and it's the whole thing that people toppled over the presidential, house and he had to leave. Was it? See, I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to mess up the country name. So I'm not going to try and guess and get a different one, but because I just look up it. But the names of each country aren't what's important. It's the fact that there's people in all of them who are like you and me. And that's, none of the other labels matter. None of them. None of the political affiliations, none of the, nothing. It's just you and me. And then North Korea today decided to just launch a missile, like over Japan. Still reeling on processing that one fully, to be honest. God, man. Me and my generation's been figuring out about North Korea since 5th grade. And see, now there's a fucked up amount of stars that are aligning in a fucked up way. There's a movement right now, not just in the places I've mentioned, but all over. In here, but also across the country. I mean, there's been a lot of movements, from people on left and right perspectives on things in their own words and own beliefs, but while the left ones have kind of made some bumps here and there, like Chile elected Gabriel Boric, super young progressive dude, literally said that Chile will now be the death of, or the grave of neoliberalism, where it used to be the cradle. But across the board right now, there is a big ol' unilateral movement on the right, because the movement on the right is so emotional mostly, and not as, and there's a lot of emotion to be had about this fucking world we got, but when the right demagogues can channel it into the wrong places, it's a nasty thing to see, and a sad thing to see. And Donald J. Trump has sure inspired a lot of demagogues. Brazil's current president is up for re-election right now. I'll get back to the North Korea missile thing. I just think I still need to even process that. But Brazil's current president, Yorsif or something his name is, he's a very Trumpian figure. And yeah, let's actually watch a video that I wanted to pull up. I forgot I was going to do that. But while I'm pulling up this video, I'll just briefly touch on what doesn't need to be touched on, but how just fucking unreal the fact is that, like a while ago there was a nuclear test thing that scared South Korea when North Korea did it. There's a whole thing of people going, oh my god, like, it could be a real, thing, and people were like, you can't, like just a misread of a test or something could be what starts an actual, retaliation in the nuclear war and nuclear winter and apocalypse of you've seen all the movies. We already lived through one movie. It's called 2020, inspired by many movies before it that became reality. None of us want this one to. Our parents and our parents' parents entire lives lived through the fear of this, and eventually it was apparent. It was, we're in a new Cold War, but it's a lot hotter. The fucking, it's really frightening. And, you can either talk to that frightenedness and try and, I don't know, man. This shit could have, we could have killed ourselves in the 60s in the Cuban Missile Crisis. It didn't happen. It almost happened. But other times it's almost fucking gotten so close as well, and you know, we could be beyond this. We should be. But America, man, has been the bully for an entire century almost of the world. And not because it had the right to, but because World War II happened. And every other country but America was in ruins, in economic despair, and literally shambles. Like, physically speaking, Russia, Britain, France, Germany, all the rest, decimated. And yeah, Americans lost lives fighting in the war. But Pearl Harbor was it for us on the home front. And unless you want to count 9/11, but that isn't, other than those two events, and even those don't qualify in this context. We have not had an invasion of our country ever. God, man, there's no, like, the bad guy that hates America right now. The American empire has been the bad guy. And there's been a lot of bad guys. America wasn't the first one, not going to be the last. And America did its best and is still doing its best and can do a lot fucking better, I believe. Some people think it can't. I think it can. In fact, I know it can because it has done better than it did before. It's like, we've already proven so many times this basic truth of just, it's like the people who want what's good but don't believe it can happen are the ones holding back the progress. Because if they just had some balls in them fucking selves, that's all it would take, is that number of people being as excited and fearless as the movement on the right now. And, you know, in a positive way. That's all it would take for, you know, things to align in a different way, and they could. I don't know how things are all going to play out. I don't know. No one does. But North Korea, missile. Like, I think saw something say it was a ballistic missile. I saw someone say nuclear missile. And, you know, I don't know, there's not much actually. Well, I checked it actually like 5 hours ago, last time I checked about it, so maybe there's more information now. And I'm sure today on Tuesday, it's all the world will be talking about. But it went over Japan, landed in the Pacific, or it's what people think. No. Was it? Where the fuck is it going? Is it going towards California, Alaska, Hawaii? Anywhere else? So that's the thing. North Korea's biggest beef is with South Korea, but in a way, their biggest beef is with us because we're the reason they don't invade South Korea every day, and we've been the reason because we are the bully. And that's the thing. That's been our positive mindset in America's perspective, and like LBJ's perspective, the flawed side of his perspective. Because part of him did amazing things. Part of him was locked into this capitalistic manifest destiny. Don't get communism. Oh my God, the Red Scare, and they're, you know, doesn't matter the word, but they're attacking our profits. So do not let the people even think for a second that they could do anything better than the current America we have. You know, that kind of mindset. It's like, God, I wish on the stream I could just like click the 15 seconds back button like on Netflix and Disney Plus and HBO and all that stuff, so that I could just remember what I just said. Because sometimes I say something and then I make a 10-second aside, but then I forget where the aside came from, like in that moment. So apologies, but yeah, that's the thing. Oh yeah, okay. So that's our justification. And you can make the argument. It is an argument. That's the thing. Oh, America needs to be the big bully because we need to stand up against the other bullies like North Korea who want to attack South Korea. You know, that was the start of it. We're still in that Cold War. North Korea and South Korea are still at they never made a truce. They're at a deadlock, a gridlock, what's the word? What do you call the DMZ? No, I mean, it's called the DMZ, but what do you call, like, the thing that the DMZ is? Standoff, there's another word for it. But they've been literally, like, not done with the war from the 50s up to now. South Korea and North Korea, they've both just been, like, watching each other. Mostly North Korea's been going, oh, South Korea, we're gonna get you. God damn you, America. You fucked up our whole plan back in the 50s. No. I'm at the 38th parallel. That's so shalom. Where's the hell? Yeah. Just make sure I still got audio. Okay, just making sure. You never can be too careful, you know. Excuse me. Entschuldigung. Excuse. But, yeah. This mindset that we've been on since 1945, literally. Our military-industrial complex has been there since then. And Eisenhower fucking warned about it. That's been driving our profitable bully network of generals who like to make money, like Michael Flynn and many others. And so they all want this war or something. Fucking... Those are the people who run our country, the people who want to profit from the destruction of it and have profited from the destruction of it for more than a half century. Almost a whole fucking century. And we profited off shit even before World War II. I'm just talking on the world stage. And this thing, even before that too, we were on the world stage with fucking Panama and shit. And Spain. But, yeah, in every fucking state we fucking stole everything from, you know. That was probably louder than I thought it was. Like, if North Korea decided to, like, nuke South Korea, and that just happened, then imagine Russia, you know, just nukes Ukraine, and suddenly China starts to invade Taiwan, and suddenly other countries that just elected right leaders, like extreme right leaders, like Italy and Sweden. Those are new, by the way, those new leaders. God forbid the lady that, you know, just replaced Boris Johnson in the UK too. And then we have Brazil. Now this Yorsif guy, pretty much, I'm going to pull up a video here and show you, and then I'll end the stream, but I'm going to show you a video of a bunch of stuff that this Brazil dude has been saying over the years. And yeah, I'm gonna show you a video of a bunch of quotes because they're all just unbelievable. Like, really? Like, unbelievable that he's an elected man right now and is about to possibly be reelected. But see, here's the thing. Trump has inspired some stuff. And even though Trump didn't get away with it this last time around with the whole diet coup thing, he wasn't successful because, I don't want to, I've already talked about all that. I don't want to get into it right now. But see, this Yusuf guy, see, I might be saying his name wrong. It's so funny. I haven't pulled it up yet. But he's already said, and in like no uncertain terms, and Trump pretty much said no uncertain terms, we still like danced around it. This guy doesn't dance around it. He said if he loses the election, he will not accept it, and literally will do a military coup, or has threatened that. And that's the thing, is we just had there's a runoff election for it later this month, but the first part of it just happened earlier this past week. And it's Lula, the other guy who actually was president in the 2000s, is back, and after he was taken out on crazy non-corruption charges of actual corrupt judge, it's a whole other thing, but he's back and he's beating Mr. Trumpian guy, but not by a lot, and that's the thing. 40-something% plus of the population in Brazil want to vote for this guy again, and that's telling you something about the world and where we're at, and the economic hardship everywhere right now that is just hitting. No populace right now is being properly communicated on what the fuck is happening to them. Both media outlets are fucking both pretend side of the same singular media space on mainstream networks and the establishment fucking circle. They all are funded and ran by the same institutions that profit off all these wars and all these fucking energy fucking crises that are everywhere in the fucking world, are causing havoc. Britain's in a fucking mess right now. Germany's in a mess. Everybody's in a fucking mess. We're in a strange position over here in America. Very fucking strange, and depending on who our leadership is in the near future, or depending on if it's just during Joe Biden's old first term, because that's how quickly things are moving, I don't fucking know. Oh, man. There's just a lot of things on the table. And if we so chose it, we could walk down to the part of the table that's fucking delicious. It's there. But, man, there's a lot of shit fucking leftovers on the table. Moldy. Let's see how long we going for. 57 minutes, alright. Well, unless I think of something more to talk about, then I might. I'm gonna just play a little bit and get out of here and let y'all enjoy the rest of your mornings, or, evenings whenever you watch this, or middays, or fucking, or if you just watch it during your never-evers, Supposed to say something like trying to say a funny way of saying that you don't watch it, but that's okay too, because right now that's who most I'm talking to, is all those people who haven't watched it yet, or won't ever watch it yet. Might not even be a factor in that sentence of expectability. Is that a word? Expectations, I don't know, man. forgot how long it takes to dry out soggy jeans. Something has been bugging me since 2033. How the hell did none of you think twice before you screamed? We made it to the future. I hope you like it. Air is fresh and clean. In here, I mean, this icy pressure tube makes for a room with quite the view. The world we used to know is ashes, so this concrete tomb will do. We made it to the future. I hope you like it. The air is fresh and clean. In here, I mean, this icy pressure tube makes for a room with quite the view. The world we used to know is ashes, so this concrete tomb will do. We made it to the pasture. In case you find it, the entry here is free, and quarantining life ain't new today. Sure glad I learned that along the way, 'cause now the only tribe to step outside just dried up in the bay. We made it to the future. I hope you like it. The air is fresh and clean. In here, I mean, this icy pressure tube makes for a room with quite the view. The world we used to know is ashes, so this concrete tomb will do. Peace and love, guys. And Gail. And all y'all in between and outside and all around. And through and through. I love you truly. Thanks for everything always. As always. And always. And here we go to